Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Shoshana, and I want to talk about where do we go from here? Where do I go from here? This question that comes up along the path, it can come up several times. Where do I go from here? How do I continue? I can see the path that I was on is already closing, and it's not in alignment with me anymore. And there is a point of which there is this suspension. It's like, okay, the old path is already closed. I cannot proceed on that path any longer. It is out of alignment with me. And there is this feeling of frustration inside. But the new path, I still don't see where to go from here. What is the next step? And at this point, also, our regular outs just don't work anymore. Our vices are, a lot of times, Rexy, excuse me, excuse me. A lot of times, our regular go-tos just don't work anymore. It's not satisfying. There's nowhere to run to. You cannot run away from yourself. And there's always this feeling in the beginning of the spiritual awakening where we're trying to find ways to, okay, alleviate the pain of it or the unknowing of it, or trying to force ourselves to down a path before we're there. So there is this element of trying to still force, trying to be in control, trying to decide what the next step is rather than just relinquishing the control. So when you get to this place of what is the next step, and you can't see the next step with your mind, you can't see it, there is just a relinquishing of control. You let go, and you ask yourself many times along, what does letting go even look like? How do I let go? Because as long as you're trying to control with your mind, you're still trying to control the spiritual awakening in ways that that are already known to you. But we are going into the unknown, so you cannot. Excuse me, Rexy. Seriously, Rexy, not nice. I'm talking here. When you're trying to control the spiritual awakening, when you're trying to control the next steps, you're trying to control it with what you already know. Or you're trying to figure it out with your mind. Now, when you are trying to figure something out, you are using information that is already within you. And when we are going down this new path, we're going into the unknown. So it is taking us into aspects of ourselves that we don't know yet. So you cannot control it. You cannot uh, um, um, use what is already known to you to go into the unknown. Then you're just uncovering more of the same, more of the same. And a lot of times we try to run away. We try to uh, go to different vices, addictions. Addictions can also be behaviors, right? Or we try to, okay, I need to go on a spiritual journey. I need to do another, I don't know, another ceremony. I need to, we try to go to our old ways. And at some point, it just is not satisfying anymore. It doesn't fill that, that yearning or longing or unknown. And when you get to this point, it is just breathing and letting go. So where we're going is we're going into the now. Now there is a portal that will take you when you completely relinquish control and quit trying to lead it. It will lead you. This is where you have to trust. And this is also one of our core wounds, the mistrust. So we and abandonment. So we are looking outside of ourselves for all sorts of relief. Okay, somebody else knows. We need all of the answers are within. And when we let go of control and we let go and allow ourselves to be guided, we're going to be guided inwardly. All of the answers are within ourselves. And I know that a lot of times this is something that's hard to swallow, because in the beginning, especially because we want to get relief. We want somebody to tell us what to do so that we can get relief, because we are in mistrust of our own selves. And that's where the core wound is: abandonment. If we are feeling abandoned, we are abandoning our own selves, because all of the answers and all of the keys for your own release are within you. And you are the only one that holds those keys. Now, you might be able to get guidance from outside, you may be able to get mirrors from outside, but you are the only one that is going to give yourself that okay in the end. You're going to be the one that signs off on yourself. And when you learn how to just let go of control, it's like, where do we go from here? What do I do? How do I do that? What does that even look like? Do I lay down in a ball and not move? No, what it means is that you sit in it, no matter what it is. If it's pain, if it's anxiety, if it's, uh, um, and I know I talk a lot about the pain and about the anxiety because they are so deep, and that those are the parts of the journey that we have the most difficulty in accepting, right? Because we can accept the elated points, right? That's where we're on this high flying kite. But when it goes to going deep, which is what releases us into, right, the high flying places. But when we learn to go deep, then we are actually releasing ourselves from that pain. You have to know what it is in order to let it go, and you have to go through it in order to release it. And if you're hiding from it and trying to avoid it your whole life, it's still going to be in there, right? Because we have this spectrum of emotions that comes all the way around to a paradox. We have a spectrum of emotions, and until we know the full spectrum of emotions, right? Because sometimes you will get so low that it will feel like a high. It's already, you're coming back around. When you go through those lows, you release them. You release yourself from the uh, bondage of them, right? Because they are holding you hostage. Your the fear of feeling those emotions, that means that those emotions are in your capability, but you're afraid of aspects of yourself, right? Because those emotions are within you. You're afraid to feel them. You're afraid of those aspects of yourself. That means that you're afraid of touching life in a way that it may touch those points in you. So you're not living life to the fullest of the potential. When you're not afraid of yourself anymore, not afraid of those deep emotions anymore, then you've already gone through them, so you know what it entails, and you know that you can handle it, and you know that you're strong enough. Then you are fearless in life. You can touch every aspect of life without fear of it touching places that you're not yet willing to um, face. So when you can go through those points, then and deal with them without running away. Running away looks many there's many ways of running away. It's watching a TV show so I don't have to feel, getting on the internet, um, anything that you're taking your mind off of it, or running away into, well, I'm going to go do this so that I don't have to deal with this. So when you allow yourself, when you get to this point of, where do I go from here? What do I do? What is the next step? You don't have to know the next step. You have to trust, because the path will show you, and it'll show you in ways that you could not have imagined. It'll show you in ways, and that a lot of times you don't even notice as you're doing them. You don't even notice until hindsight, until you look back and say, "Whoa, there was a high intelligence here that just took me unknowingly on this path to my own release." And so what you can do is breathe, meditate, and then just allow yourself to feel those emotions. You don't have to cry them. Crying is okay too. Whatever comes is okay. It's just allowing what comes to come. And if you can just relinquish the control over it and just allow yourself to, take another step, take another step. Um, Dishes, do dishes. Fold clothes. Go to work, go to work. Whatever it is, just continue to step forward. And you don't have to know all the answers from where you're at as long as you're faced in the right direction. That's something I wrote the other day. Um, you know, face yourself in the direction you want to go and take a step forward and trust that the divine will open the doors for you as long as you're stepping forward. And so just allow the process is divine. The process is of this highest intelligence. The same intelligence that created you is the same intelligence that is leading you, so you can trust that. You can release the control. Of course, step into, move on inspired, take inspired action and move towards things that bring you joy, and that will open slowly the door for you. If you don't know where to go, then what is the next step? The next practical, down to earth, on the ground step: doing dishes, uh, uh, doing something that needs to be done, paperwork, things that you're avoiding. If you can get things that you're avoiding, that you procrastinate around, off the table, that will also release you, from that, from 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 not only being on this process, which takes all of your being to be in this spiritual awakening, but it will also release you from having those little little boggling down weights in the back of your mind, like, oh, I have to do this paperwork and I sort of don't like to do paperwork, or I have to clean whatever and I so don't feel like it. When you just set yourself in motion, you can say, okay, right now I am setting my body in motion. And when you get those things done that you're procrastinating around and you're finally done with them, it will also, you know, it takes a lot to be on this journey, and our most important work is the internal work. But when you can release some of those things that you're avoiding, some of those things that you're procrastinating around, and just mechanically, like, okay, I'm already feeling like this, I might as well just, it's almost like I'm donating my body to do the things that I did, the menial tasks. And as you do the menial tasks, you're releasing yourself, you feel accomplished, so that will grow for you. So, what is the next step? It's the next practical step. And trust the process. You don't, and relinquish that control. You cannot control this with your mind. Allow yourself to feel those emotions. Try not to put any kind of labels on them. Just allow those emotions to open up for you. They'll bring thoughts, and that's also okay. Whatever the process brings is okay. That whatever comes up needs to be cleared out. So the thing is allowing whatever comes to come, but you have to be in a place of surrender into it. And as long as you're trying to, okay, what can I do to alleviate this pain? What can I do to alleviate? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? That is hindering the process, because what do I need to do is in your mind, so it's in your ego. And it is trying to control the process according to things that I already know. And so if you're trying to control it with things that you already know, you're closing the door for the unknown, which the next progression, the next step, well, you can see it in hindsight as far as you've come. When you get over one of those humps and you look back at it, you're like, whoa, that wasn't what I expected. I didn't know that that was hiding in there. Wow. That's why they call it shadow work, because it's in the shadows. You don't see it. It's those things that come up, and sometimes the taste of those things that come up is so bitter, and the taste is what you could have never imagined that even existed in you. And then once you clear it out, all of the behaviors that it created, right? It's like a root. And then out of the root grow all these branches of behavior of avoidance, right? Because you have this core wound, you don't want to feel it. And so that core wound in your shadows grows this, you could call it demons, you could call it whatever you want, grows this tree with all these branches of behavior that are warped so that you can avoid feeling whatever it is that that wound is. But once you get in there and you dig out that core, that root, it may be really bitter. It could be a bitter pill to swallow, and things that you didn't even know were in there. And this is all leading us back to unconditional acceptance of self and unconditional love of self. And when you can love yourself unconditionally, you love everyone unconditionally, and life becomes light because you're not living life through expectations of the way that things have to be. And there is a there's a portal that we're going through, which is taking us into the now, the perpetual now. When you go through this portal, the taste is so sweet because you are set free. When you are in the now, you are enjoying every moment in life and every aspect of life, including whatever it brings you. It's just like an adventure. What is this? Oh, look at this. Look at that cause made this effect. Oh, wow. There is no pain in it. And then you are set free. So it says the truth will set you free. I'm sure you've heard of that again and again and again. And that is something that keeps on coming up for me. The truth will set you free. It is the truth about yourself as well as just acceptance. When you can be in pure acceptance, which is relinquishing control, relinquishing expectation, letting go of what needs to happen. So all of those preconceived ideas of what has to be in order for me to be happy, when you let go of that, then you're just happy because you have everything that you need. And all it is an experience. So whatever I'm experiencing now is my experience. And then you come in the driver's seat. When you come into the now and release all this expectation, you just see everything as a game, then everything becomes a game. It becomes fun. Because like, oh, this month I'm not, I'm not going to make the bills. Okay, well, how am I going to manage that? Let's see what life brings me, right? It becomes an adventure. It becomes different. Oh, um, my heart is breaking now because of a breakup. Okay, so what is this? What is this opening up? Let me feel those emotions all the way to the very core of them. Why? And when you do, you will also release the expectation of that other person, because why do I need them to love me? Why is it hurting when they left me? What kind of expectation did I put on them to make me feel a certain way about me? Because it always comes back to that. What was I expecting of them to fulfill in me? And then there's this pain in letting them go because of the expectation. But if somebody is leaving your life, it is because it is out of vibrational match with you. It can't be different, because if it was so perfect, they would be there. And another way of looking at this is, oh, wow, let me go through this pain and see what it's going to teach me, because it's always going to teach me when I manage to do it. If I don't get stuck in that loop of poor me, poor me, poor me, when I get into that, okay, what does this come to teach me? You always come out stronger the other side. You always come out with more love of yourself the other side. And you always come out with more love of them and acceptance of the situation. And then you're able to open up your life in a new direction and say, okay, if that fell out of my life, what is coming into my life? Magnificent. It's an adventure. So where do I go from here? The answer is within you. I know that's maybe not the answer that gives you all that satisfaction, like you just want somebody to come in and tell you what the answer is. But nobody can. Think about it. Nobody is in there with you. Nobody knows exactly what you went through. Nobody knows what your belief system is sitting on. Nobody knows what traumas you went through. Nobody knows you like you. So you are empower yourself within yourself to give yourself the nourishment that you need. So all of the answers are within you, whether you believe it or not. Not only are all the answers within you, nobody else has the answers for you. You may be able to get some answers because of the mirror effect, right? Because we can see ourselves in others, and then we can see when we see somebody that is similar to us, that is more healed in different aspects, then we can learn from them things about ourselves, right? But it's always our own internal work. We are the ones that set ourselves free. So I'm self-empowerment. So where do I go from here? If you don't have the answers, let go. Let go. You have to surrender into it. Surrender into it and just start taking one step forward, one foot in front of the other. Just keep going. What else? What other choice do you have, really? What other choice do you have? Crawling up on a ball on the couch and watching TV for the rest of your life? Maybe it's an option, but it's not really an option if you want to live life. And if you are on this spiritual awakening, then you are like me. You are a truth seeker. You cannot stop the progression of this. It's going to proceed. Whether what is the alternative? Turn backwards? You can't unknow what you know already. And there is only progression. So the more you can allow yourself to go down this path and the more you embrace it, the more beauty there is along the way, the more you enjoy it. And the quicker you get to that place of the perpetual now, which is like going through this, it gets louder and louder and louder. It's just like the video I was talking about yesterday, making quantum leaps. It gets so much louder before the release. It's like it goes from the maximum. It's like you're in this spiral. You're spiraling, you're spiraling. It's like going down the drain, spiraling, spiraling, and it gets the loudest right before you shoot into the new reality. So, and I know you, if you're with me in this video, you're progressed and you have been going up levels, and you can see that every level that you go up, it's like it gets to this place of where there's nowhere to go, and poof, you're in a new reality, in a new dimension, in a new perspective, in a new way of thinking. So you have all of the power within you, and I am sending you so much love and so much strength for your journey, and just know that you're doing excellent and you're doing the best that you can always. And yeah, I want to say God is with you. The divine is with you. Whatever intelligence made you wants for your highest good. You just need to believe it and to understand it and to feel it. But it's like an inner knowing. You are connected to the divine. Otherwise, you would not have life flowing through you. So you are of the divine. So trust in that higher intelligence. Trust in it to lead you and to guide you. And one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. I am sending you guys so much love. Thank you for watching. If you would like to meet with me, a one-on-one session, my contact information is below in my website. So sending you so much love.